An oval-shaped postcard today from the staircase of Culzean Castle in Ayrshire. The last staircase that we stopped and stared at was the Queen's house in Greenwich. And here we are, Jonathan, staring at this staircase because it's very unusual, isn't it?
It is, yes. I think it's, to me, it's the masterpiece of the whole place, and it's one of Robert Adams' final masterpieces. The saloon looking out of over the sea and rising out of the cliff was intended as the centrepiece of Culzean, but in fact, I think this has turned out as the masterpiece. But it was actually a complete afterthought. David Kennedy, the 10th Earl of Castles, and Robert Adam, his very expensive architect, converted the place from this old tower castle over 15 years. They first did this very elegant mansion looking out over the gardens. Then they built this very dramatic tower rising out of the cliff and the sea. They were left with a dank, cobbled courtyard in the middle here, in the middle of a sort of gaggle of buildings, open to the rain and the sky. And the Earl said to his architect, as one does, "Mr. Adam, you've forgotten to give me a proper staircase. What should we do about this?" You can imagine poor Robert Adam saying, "My lord, I wish you'd mentioned that before, but I'll see what I can do." And he designed this exquisite oval staircase as a complete afterthought. But it looks like the whole castle's been designed around it, and it unifies the whole of this main piano nobile, the first floor around which you could then promenade looking across and out to sea, and ties it all together.
And is there another one in the British Isles?
I honestly don't know. I know that Robert Adam wanted to build an oval staircase for several other clients, but nobody would let him because it was too avant-garde and wacky. He had to do it here. In fact, he had to knock down the wall of the old castle and make the dining room half as small again to fit it in at all. Couldn't make it round. He had to make it oval, but it's turned out rather well.
And what years are we talking about?
About 1785, 86. This bit was done towards the end of the 15-year conversion of the castle into this elegant Athens of the North little bachelor pad for the 10th Earl to entertain his friends and show off his wealth.
This chap Adams, is this the same guy when we read in Property for Sale, an Adams-style fireplace?
Adam fireplace, yes.
Is that right?
Well, he was one of four brothers and son of William Adam, who were very successful property developers and builders, but Robert Adam was the most talented. They all clubbed together to send him on the grand tour in Italy, and he came back full of good ideas. And in fact, you know, he's put them into effect here. But he's actually, just to change the subject slightly, he's played tricks here because he's reversed the normal classical order of the pillars and broken the normal rules by putting the frilly Corinthian pillars in the middle and making them much bigger. And he's put the Ionic ones on the top and squashed them to give a trick of the eye, a trick of perspective, and make it look much higher than it is.
Yes, that is so clever. You know, until you pointed that out,
yeah.
Now you can see
well,
it,
and if you see it from up top, it's not as high as it looks from here. In fact, we bring the fire brigade in occasionally to familiarise them, and they're very good at judging heights for their ladders, and we tease them. We say, you know, how high do you think this is? And they say, oh, 110, 120 feet. It's in fact only 68 feet, I think, from that landing to the top rim. So it was a clever trick to make it look lighter and higher and grander than it was.
Have any famous feet walked up the staircase, Jonathan?
Well, certainly General and later President Eisenhower, because
really?
He was given the top floor as his holiday home in Scotland. Edward VII, we think, was invited but never came. And Edward VIII came once to change before he went off shooting somewhere else, I think.
No Mrs. Simpson in tow?
No, I don't think so, no, not at that stage.
And of course our feet, in ancient times, walked upon this red carpet. Thanks for inviting us here today.
My pleasure.